Okay, good morning. How is everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay. So I did not, I'm bad. I'm very, very bad. I did not get my challenge card done yesterday. So I'm going to do it right now, real quick. Okay, not real quick, but I'm going to do it. All right. All right, let's see. Okay. All righty. Start with that. Move your booty. There you go. Then we grab. Ugh. Good afternoon, Miss Francis. We're going to take a look at this real quick. Let's see what this looks like. I suppose I should wrap out. Yeah, that's what I want. This way. do not want this.
No. I wanted the gold. I got the gold.
Yeah. You know, it's always the last one in the last pile that you look at, right? Okay. All right. Oh, so I went scavenger yesterday. Hey, could you just stay there, please? Thank you. And I have to tell you, it was a really good day. Just cleaning a little bit of the ink out of this real quick. I'm gonna get the rest out later. It's a pretty color though when I add water to it. Okay. So I went scavenger yesterday. I have been on scavenger a couple of times this week, and I have to tell you, it's been good to me. Very good. Very, very, very good. It's been a pretty good week. Let's see. I don't know if somebody's just cleaning out their craft rooms. I don't know. But it's been a really good week. We have some fantastic stuff. me get a pokey tool. Some glue. Good thing that didn't fall on the floor because I was not in the mood to look for it. Not in the slightest. Okay, I'm looking for something. What do I want? I know it's here somewhere. I think it might be in here. Uh, hmm. Okay. I think that might be it. Nope. This one goes right here. See? Sometimes you think you're done, and then you see something and you're like, that's it. That's what I needed right there. That's the piece. That's the one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Or 11. All right. Get this picked up. Put away. All right, that's another one in the book. Well, in the bin. I'm going to put them in the book eventually. Okay. Those away. That away. I'm just going to set this off to the side for now, though, because it's still got to dry. All right, that's my Projects of 24 challenge. I decided to do the steampunk. I've had this set of stickers forever, and I'm always like, I'm going to use those. Never used them, so finally got to use it. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to get back to this. Paper over here. Goodies. Magazine paper. Uh-huh. An escaped butterfly. I'm putting it right there. I don't care. I don't care. I'm putting it right there because it escaped and I'm too lazy to put it away and I don't want it to, get lost again. So I'll just put it right here. Could be an applique. Who knows? Truthfully, I have no idea what set it came out of, so I couldn't put it away if I tried. Okay. There we go. Besides, I think it adds a little something. Okay. It's a little something. All right, here we go. So this is what we've done so far. We have our front page. And we did this nice big pocket. This still needs something. I'm not entirely sure what. Then we did this belly band with this pattern envelope that we made, and we put one of these little journaling things in there. And then we had a big discussion about those little journaling cards, and I found them. So, we did decide to round all the corners on this one. I don't know why. Insanity. And then we did this little belly band here. This is from Steffi's Thread and Glue Design. So is this. And then I had these journal cards that I made the other night. So I put one of those in there. And then we did this yesterday. And we made a nice journal card that goes in there. We didn't back it, though, because it's already a light color. So I didn't really feel the need to back it. And then we flipped this over and we did this little piece here. And decided that we should put a piece of trim on there, like this is what she's thinking about for the dress. So, and I love that page. I like the look of this whole section, the way that it's going. So we're going to move on to this. This is probably just going to be a writing pad paper. So I don't really want to do a lot over here. I thought maybe, just maybe, we could do one of these little pocket things, from, and we'll make it out of, maybe out of one of these pages. I don't know that I can, but we're going to try it. I think we can if we go this way. So I'm going to cut this in half. We're going to try it. We're going to attempt it. We're going to attempt it. Okay. So let me move this up real quick. Let's get out paper trimmer. And we're going to cut this down to about 4 inches. Keeping that. Who knows what we'll do with it. Let's see. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm going to use a bigger piece. Let's see. You know what I could do? Could just use this and put something over it. I think that's what I'm going to do because, you know, I'm over lazy. So we're going to use this. And I pulled a bunch of vintage seam binding packages that I've been saving. And I think we're going to use this one. Okay, let me get this open and take these ends off. And we'll see where we're at. Because that's the small pocket. That's the only one we're going to cover. Let's ink this and see if we like it. If we don't, we'll move on. It's an idea, but we're not going to force it. You know what I mean? Let's see. I think I need to take a little bit more off this bottom. That's better. Okay. All right, we're going to put this on here. We'll see what we like it. If we don't, we don't. You know, who knows? This may have all been for naught. Needs a thing. Let me grab my tweezer so I can get the thing that I want out of here. Hold on just a second. Get my piecing board down. Come here, you little booger. So this is a magnetic board. And I made this one with a lid so that it would hold these things for me, because when you're trying to glue these things down and they're shifting all over the place, what a pain in the wah-wah. Hello, Christine. All right. So now I'm going to glue this thing down. And then, let's see. I need a piece of seed binding. You know, any other time to read 900,000 pieces of seed binding in here, right? Right at the top. All right, so I'm going to talk about something. Hubbard is going to have a change in his schedule. Which is going to change our schedule a little bit. And our schedule is going to go like this. We can go live anytime we want, except the evenings. He is going to be working probably, this is not, set.
I'll let you know when it's set in stone.
It's not set in stone yet, but
Got
what he's
another week.
looking for is they don't have anything that's close to his current schedule. He tried really hard because he doesn't want to mess up our schedule, but they don't have anything that's open at that time period. So, so he's going to see if he can get this one schedule that'll put him on at 3:00 in the afternoon. Not that it really matters, to be honest, because, if I make noise, so be it. These things happen. You know what I mean? Now, we're going to make this a little flippy. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make it a little flippy. I'm going to put one of these ladies on the back. This one. Well, she doesn't have any legs. It's not like she's going anywhere.
No, you asked for outside.
Hey. Okay. I'm going to ink this and then I'm going to cut the crap out of it. So. Okay. So as soon as we know his schedule, we'll know what we're going to do. Okay. So now I need to put a hinge on this. Neat piece of paper. Hold on, I gotta find the right piece, you know? Hi, Laurie! Okay. All right, so now we're gonna need to put a tag or something in there. Okay.
Wait 10 minutes. I'm gonna get some ice water and I'll be right out.
I have these garment tags. Maybe we'll use those. I don't know. We're gonna use those two. Okay, so now I'm gonna take all these and put them back where they came from. In a bucket over here. Okay. So we'll decorate those later. So we're gonna have writing page. We need to put a little something on here. see if I can do this. Perfect. Okay, ink. Okay. All right. So that still leaves like most of the writing space, like 90% of the writing space, which is kind of what the goal is here, you know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. Not a clue. Just digging around, see what pops up, you know. What did mess I have here? Okay, let me find my scissors. There they are. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's try this and see how this works. That is a picture corner from a punch. And I kind of like the fact that it lets that hang over the side. You know? All right. So now I have this piece, which we cut off of a different pattern, a different picture. And I'm going to use this on here as well. Take that off right there. Ink the end. So O.J. Simpson died this morning, I saw. Apparently he was diagnosed with prostate cancer in February. And he's been taking cancer treatments, but no good. No good. So yeah, so he passed away this morning, or last night probably. All right, so I have these and they're chipboard, and I went over them with some ink to get them to stand up a little bit. And because I thought, it's a boot, it's still, fashionable stuff. So I thought that was good. We could put that in there. Yep. So Orenthal James Simpson passed away this morning, or last night. The family announced it. So do you know what we didn't do? We didn't pull any washi tape for this. Do I even have any washi tape that would work for this? Probably not. That's probably why I didn't pull any. See that? That's an excuse to go buy more washi tape. Well, I mean, this could work, because it has that, looks like fabric. That could work. It's kind of fabric-y. Now, I think somewhere I have some fabric washi tapes, like some actual fabric. Cloth tapes, Let's see. Let's see if there's anything in here that might work. Off the top of my head, nothing. Why are you guys not closing? Because just not at the right angle there. Brain damaged. Okay. Let me see this one. I don't think there's anything in here, but we'll look. Because it has to look like fabric or be fabric. One or the other. I don't see anything in here. Now, there is this measuring tape one, but I don't want to use that because it's... No. That could be fabric. What I'm looking for is stuff that looks like the old feed sacks. That kind of look. Because that would have been something that they used to make garments back in the day. Nothing too over the top, you know? I have green fabric. That could work. Yeah, I know. Don't judge me. I got a lot of washi tape.
It's a condition.
Yeah, it's a condition, all right. Kind of like that one too. Yes, I was just watching the news this morning, and it came up said O.J. Simpson had died.
Oh.
It's like that kind of sucks.
You see why?
Prostate cancer.
Ooh.
He got diagnosed in February. I put the thing down first, so I have to use my trick. Let me turn it over. I think that kind of looks like a flour sack. You know? So I'm good with that one. Looks like the 1940s kind of, you know, what you would see. All right. It needs something else. Don't know what. But we do have all of the ephemera stuff that we got from Steffi. So we can look up these, see if there's anything that we like. I have a contender, so we'll see. I'm thinking this. So let's get this out. And then I'll do a little cushy cut in here. All right, let's go. There. The other side. There. Get that out of there. That's stupid. Okay. Sandra, it's not nice to point out other people's washi tape.
Considering she's used it before.
Addiction, issues, problems. So I didn't get to Blick yesterday because my leg was giving me crap. So I'm probably going to go over to Blick today, hopefully. There's some tweezers. I'm going to need them. Put this on the other side. Here we go. Right there. Actually, none of these ladies think I have a problem with washi tape. I think a few of them have the same type of a collection. Just saying. I am not the only one. I'm the only one.
Hey, Christy, this is Mike with Cox Advanced Technical Support, calling reference to Cox ticket number 27949907. Just wanted to follow up with you and see if you had success in turning down the volume on that book music. If and when you get the opportunity, if you'd be so kind,
Now,
give us a call or update
here.
the ticket. Be greatly appreciated. We can be followed
We're
up
going to
with
get the box.
at sorry, lost the phone number real quick. There it is. 1-855-269-8822. I thank you for using Cox Business Technical Support. Have yourself a fantastic day now.
Too big. I like the color, but it's too big. Too big, too big, too big, too big. This is vintage. Love it. Okay. All right, we're going to do a little bit of this. A little bit more glue right there at the bottom. Okay. I'm having a little bit of fun with this one. All right, so I ruched that on the page. So we could have that look, you know. All right, so I need to go to Blick. I'm sweating my booty off over here.
I don't know why.
We don't have the heat on in the house right now. It's still warmer than Hades' armpits in here.
It's not.
It is to me.
Okay.
Heat flash. Hello.
I'm sure.
So let's take a look at what we did today. So we did this little page. I'll do these little tags off camera. This one mostly because I have to put white tissue paper over it because it's got a perforation. Because I used to sell those in my shop, but I stopped selling them because nobody bought them. We did a little flippy pocket, put this little piece on the back here, kind of like that was one of my ideas. Some washi tape, lots of writing space. We put this little piece in here in this little photo corner, which comes from a punch, which is kind of cool. And then we had this little chipboard boot, and we put in that and a little bit of washi tape. We picked out some washis, a little bit of ruching here. Again, this book has to sit and dry because it's got heavy glue on it. So I'm going to put a clip on it, put it over here, let it sit and dry. I am going to be heading off to Blick after I rattle Amy's cage. Otherwise, I'm going to Blick without her. And that's not nice. She likes Blick. Yeah, so I just cut a square and I cut little photo corner things out, and then cut it in half. That worked better than I thought it would. Okay. One, you really do have to just kind of know, but there are some telltale signs. And I'll be honest, what I have found is that a lot of people use the word vintage, and what they mean is faux vintage or vintage-like. Like this could be considered vintage-like because this is a cameo, which is a vintage thing, but it's not vintage. But a lot of people will say this is vintage. You kind of have to know. With paper, it's easy to know when it's vintage because of the way paper ages. For lace, if it has sizing in it, that's like it's really stiff, it's probably not vintage. If it's handmade, like you can see that it's been crocheted, there's a good chance that it is, depending upon the color and texture. But it's vintage is one of those things that you just have to know. You kind of have to know it. I've gotten stuff before where people say it's vintage, and I get it, and it's like, it's not vintage. This is not vintage. It's like 10 years old. And that's kind of the thing. And it's one of those words where everybody goes, oh, it's vintage, I got to have it. No. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see if I can. Okay, so this has some discoloration. Okay, it's supposed to be like a powder blue, but you see it has like light green color, kind of like a tanny green color. That tells me this is old. It's been around a while. Same thing with this one. It's supposed to be white, but it has this like slightly yellow tint to it. Tinge, this like brownish yellow colored tinge. That tells me it's vintage. This, not vintage. Let me tell you how I know. If you look right here, you're going to see where this was cut from a bigger piece of net. This was machine made, and it's a vintage style. It's a vintage design, but they cut this out. This is vintage. You see, you don't see that netting at the bottom. It's like a line, like a seam. So this is made to look vintage. This is vintage. You have a solid line at the bottom, as opposed to this, where it's been cut. Hi, Michelle. So yeah, there's a couple of telltale things. Lace is pretty easy to tell. Let's see. Packaging, obviously, this is easy to tell. 65 cents. Probably not vintage. $0.25. Vintage. 15 cents. Definitely vintage. 19 cents. Vintage. 75 cents. No. I was buying that at 75 cents in the 2000s. Let's see. Anything else good? Here we go. So this one's 85 cents. Like I said, this one, okay, 1980. It's got a copyright on it. So this one was made in the 1980s, but you could have bought this with this design probably into the 90s, early 2000s. This one does not have a copyright date on it, but I can tell you it has a barcode, so it's after the 1970s, but definitely before the 90s. This is vintage. This is not. Okay? So you just kind of have to know and feel it, and you'll learn it. You'll learn. Amy thinks it's amazing. She can bring stuff to me and go, what weight is this paper? And I can tell her by feeling it. Now, here, this is a big one. Let me grab a piece here. So this is a piece of paper. We all know what book this is from, right? This is from the, Country Diary. And everybody goes gaga over this because they believe that this is vintage. Do you see the core of that paper? It's white. That's printed on there. Let me show you something. So this is the Edith Holden Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. Open it up. So this was originally printed in 1906. This is 1978. Now, I'll tell you what. Everybody uses this saying that it's from 1906, but it's not. Okay? But wait. The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. This one, 1906, copyright 2021. the same book. The only difference is here they used a faux coloring. Here they just reprinted it. So these white pages, they're just as authentic as these. Neither one of these books is really vintage. 1978 was the last time this was published in this form. Copyright is from 1977. Which means this book's only 40 years old. Is it vintage? No. Vintage really has a different meaning for everything. Books, vintage books would be something that's like from earlier than the 1950s. Vintage clothing is stuff like earlier than the 1940s, 1930s, that era. That could be considered vintage. But you kind of have to, you find your spot, And yeah, there's a lot of people out there they sell sorry silk that isn't sorry. They sell vintage that isn't vintage. They sell paper that's new and processed to look vintage. But as you get more into this, you will learn. Yeah, just take a good look at it. Like I said, everybody calls this book vintage, and it's not. The paper isn't even vintage. And they all go, oh, I love the patina on the paper. It's printed that way. If you look, it's solid white inside. Vintage is also a style. That's where it gets confusing, because vintage is a style. This is a vintage style piece, but people don't put that in there. They just go vintage. I know, it irritates the crap out of me too, especially when I'm buying stuff. And I can't get a good, I have been known to reach out when an Etsy seller says that something is vintage. I've been known to reach out and go, could you take a couple of more photographs for me, please, a little closer up? And I will tell you that 75% of the time, what I get back is, well, it's vintage style. Because they know what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see, is it truly vintage? All right, so here we go. It's dry now. So there's my 52 card for the week. I went with steampunk. It's not bad. I kind of like it. Actually, I really like this one. And I think that's it. I am out of kits in the shop. If you want one, you have to reach out to me, and I'll see if I can cut one for you. It's a what it is. So today, that pocket letter video should have come up. That bonus video. Tomorrow, we're going to be working on this journal, and Saturday, I might do something special. Sunday, of course, we have the feud. Monday, it's a viewer request, a seven pocket thing. I have no idea. And then on the 20th, which is a week from Saturday, we're going to be doing the class. I'm going to do the class live. I already have it scheduled. I'm going to do it live with everybody who bought the kit that wants to be there. But I will post an actual video on the 21st. If you're in the live, you have the link to it. You're going to be able to get back to it. But I'm not going to post this free class. The class itself, the live class, will not be, it'll be up while it's going, but I'm not going to, I'm going to make it private afterwards. And then on the 21st, it will actually put the video out. The video has all the measurements and everything else in it. Okay. Now, you do not have to have the kit to be in that free class. If you want to come into the free class and you have, a file folder or scrapbook paper or whatever it is you want to use to build this, and you have that, I'm going to walk you through it. I am not going to pre-cut mine. I'm going to cut mine live so that you can cut along with me. Okay. Just know that it takes like one legal size file folder or 1.5, 1 2/3 of a regular size file folder, just so you are aware. Okay. So, yeah, that's all of that. All right. That's it, guys. That's all I have today. I got to get going. So if you're new here and you haven't done it, make an old lady happy and hit that button. Let's see. Share me with some friends. And what else? Check out the community tab here on the YouTube channel. Scoot on over to the Facebook group. There's links in the description box below. If you would like to join us in our Projects of 24 challenge, this year we're doing 52 cards in 52 weeks. If you would like to join us, you are certainly more than welcome to do so. We ask that you just post your weekly on the Facebook group. There is a list over there of all of the topics that we're doing by the week. And if you want to go back and, catch up, you can do that. Just list in there which one you've done, this week 1, week 7, week whatever. And don't go ahead, please.
My account not
okay.
Results. Where it clears the search bars. Yeah, where it's clearing the search bar and auto clear search is
Timu sewing machine.
The website,
Test it out and tell us. All right, but that's it. That's all I have until I see you again. Stay well, my friends. Yeah.